Alright, I thought we'd do another FD run here. I think I've moved skills around. I can't remember. More or less everything else is the same. And, maybe I should also explain my loadout here a bit more. Like this macro. The idea is that by pressing the macro, the Celestial Garden will be kept buffed. And then it will do the Celestial Blessing, which buffs party members and heals them for massive amount. But if those two aren't available, then it falls back on Healing Prayer, which is a good spam healing spell.
I owe Gebrant so much.
Good for you. Yes. And down here on the bar, for the most part, I don't actually touch these buttons. Obviously, I do to put down Holy Symbol, which is not worth specking into, in my opinion. At least not for this boss fight, since I only throw it down twice. Maybe twice if I'm lucky. If everybody stacks up and is cooperating, it gets thrown down twice. But Celestial Blessing here is, this actually tells me the state of my macro. If it's grayed out like that, then that means when I press my macro, it'll buff me with the Celestial Guardian. If it's not grayed out and doesn't have a timer, then obviously it does the buff itself. If there's a timer, then it just spams heals, which is pretty good information to know. I'm currently working on the trophy for these berry things, which is why those are here. My pet is set to actually just kind of ram them down my gullet, along with some turkey. I recently discovered these fireworks, and they're very, very cheap. And 1,000 of them nets you some trophies. So I figured this might be a good way to communicate my intentions to newbies. Although probably not really. We'll see. The idea is that I can get their attention, kind of, signal to them that I want them to stack up, but most likely, I suppose that's a bit, that's alright visibility-wise. We'll give it a shot, see what happens.
Fight for a world full of peace and joy.
Alright. Let's go for it. It looks like we have some pretty round healing that needs to go on.
Holy presence.
There we go. Everybody's nice and healed. Okay, there he is. Okay. Doesn't look like anything too exciting is going to happen with this group. On the one hand, that's nice, but on the other hand, that also means that this video is probably going to be less entertaining. Oh well, I don't care. Now in the past, I've had some interesting rounds. Although, for the beginning, the classic is you get the newbie who doesn't know to stack up, and doesn't stack up even if you tell them to stack up. Probably because they're not paying attention to chat. I'm not very good at doing multiple things, like talking and fighting at the same time, and I fell into a hole. I think I stuck my, whatever the thing is, I think it's like Holy Relic, underneath them.
Holy
Ah, darn it. Oh, he's in a hole, that's why. I should probably heal that guy there. Oh, cool. Got everybody buffed. I didn't think I'd be able to. Oh, heal him. Ah, darn it, he got me anyway. Ah, fuck, I fell into a hole. Most of my attacks require me to be on the same Y level as my target. So if I fall into a hole unexpectedly while I'm casting, that's just kind of a wasted cast. Actually meant to fire my heal beam at him. That was a bit closer than I would like. Ah, oh, damn it, I wasted my heal beam. Oh, there he goes, across the thing. And it looks like somebody did the cool thing grabbing on. Now as the priest, I'm never really paying attention to the boss health, so I never grab onto the thing. One round, some guy actually managed to grab onto the salamander as it was crossing, but he was on fire and had low health. And since I wasn't there to patch him up, he kind of burned to death waiting for us on the other side. It was kind of funny. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that if you ever decide to do something weird that's not meta, you really need to communicate that to the rest of the team. This team is just doing straight up meta and they know what they're doing, so this obviously does not apply to them. But one go around, I had some guy run behind the salamander, and they kind of just assumed that I had read their mind and knew that they were going to do that, and was on board with their whole plan. So they got super pissed off at me when I didn't do the weird thing with them. Now, as you can see, we got this guy in the hole here. That's kind of annoying. Oh, did I get the heals off? Oh, damn it. Got hit just as I cast that, so it ate my cast. Anyway, I don't know if I often see that. I don't know if they're actually doing damage in there, but while they're in that hole, I can't really heal them all that well. I have to jump into the hole with them. That's super annoying, and I just wasted that. I got this. Nice. Yeah, so the whole thing there with them jumping in, I don't know if they're actually doing damage in there or if they've fallen into the hole and are just kind of stuck in the animation. But it's really annoying for me as the priest because I have to jump in the hole with them to heal them up. And I often don't realize that they are in a hole or can easily get to the hole without, risking the rest of the group. So oftentimes I just kind of have to let them just die in the hole. Which, I feel bad about, but if you run into a hole, I guess you get what's coming to you. Anyway, that was a pretty decent round. Nothing really of interest happened there. Interestingly enough, I would not say that most of my rounds are like that. Most of my rounds are a bit more hectic than that. Guess I'm just getting good rounds when I'm recording this. Alright, well, thank you for watching.